Hi guys, thanks for joining me. This is a fun layout of my daughter Shelby and her boyfriend Nick, and he's a snowboarder and decided to take her to be able to go snowboarding. And let's say he's an expert and she's not, but she had a blast. And this was some really fun paper I got at the Crop, and it's Warm and Cozy by um, Bella Boulevard. And I'm gonna, and it's the feeling of it is kind of like it's not corrugated, but it has a texture to the paper and it's nice heavy weight. I really, really liked it. And I'm just debating, this is paper that I really don't want to use. Carta Bella. I'm sorry, not Bella, but Carta Bella makes this line, and it was new this winter. And I want to hog it all. But we all know that that's not good to do. We buy paper to use it, so I'm using it. So anyway, yeah, Nick is from Massachusetts. He's a great kid, and he's in the military here. He's a security policeman, and they met through a mutual friend, and they're complete opposites. It reminds me of Eric and I. Like, she's goofy, silly, funny, stubborn redhead, and he's chilled, laid back, quiet, athletic. They just balance each other out. I sometimes I'm like, how do you guys get along so well? But then I look at Eric and I, and that's exactly Eric and I. So he loves her sense of humor. He makes her laugh, or she makes him laugh all the time, and he makes her laugh too. So that's good. My girls, Shelby, a must for her is you have to be able to make her laugh, because it's not necessarily looks and all that stuff. She's like, if I have no one to laugh with, that it's just a deal breaker, which I love that about her. So anyway, I cut up some elements. I'm using this one picture of Nick all done up in his gear, and where did they go? They went to it's the title of this anyway, Bear Creek Resort in Pennsylvania. So it took him a couple hours to get there, and she borrowed a pair of his ski pants, but this is him taking a selfie on the lift going up to the top. So when I saw that top and summit, I thought that that was excellent to use. And I'm going to do kind of an informal grid. I don't know if it's turned out perfectly well, because I made this page months ago, and I'm just now getting to the voiceover, so I can't really remember everything I used or what everything says. Ski resort, snowboarding. When I saw the snowboarding, I just thought that was perfect. And they weren't officially dating yet when I bought this paper back in November. They started dating just a couple weeks after, but I didn't pick that paper for the snowboarding or anything. I just picked it because it had lots of cut aparts and stuff, and I thought it was fun. And I really love this red paper. I love the color of it. I love everything about it. So when I remembered I bought this when I was looking for paper to use, this is not from my Scraptastic kit, I saw the snowboarding elements, and I'm like, this is just perfect. Perfect. So anyway, so Shelby borrowed a pair of his snow pants, and then she used one of his older boards. And she didn't know that there was such a process. So before they went snowboarding, he had to wax the boards and all this other stuff. And he was telling her when he was first learning, the hardest part for him was balance. Now, she's a softball player and a pitcher. She has really strong legs. And she was texting me. She's like, the balance part wasn't the hard part. Getting up when you fall was the hard part. She's like, you have to rock yourself. You have to put your arms behind you, kind of push yourself up and rock yourself up. And she was getting frustrated at herself because it was hard for her to get up, and he was laughing at first, and then I'm sure he got a little frustrated, like, why can't you get up? But then she's like, there's these little kids zipping around you, and it just makes you feel bad. But she said she had a blast. He said she did better than he thought she would. And yeah, so after a while, she was like, you know what, I'm just going to warm up and have some hot cocoa. Why don't you go down the bigger mountains by yourself for a while? Because he was being sweet and staying with her on the little bunny slopes. So she's like, seriously, I'm just going to get warm, have some hot cocoa. You just go have some fun. And then he met up with her a little while later, and they took some of these selfies. Her hair is a hot mess, but she looked really, really cute, all bundled up. And he was proud of her, that she gave it a whirl. And So she's looking forward to going back and learning some more. Her schedule hasn't fit his. He's been up another time or two because his hours are very odd being in the military. But he tries to go when he can because, you know, this is his sport. He's invested a lot of money and stuff like in that. And so she wasn't able to go the last few times. And she's like, just go. It's been great snow and take advantage of it. And he had last month was meeting his family for a week in New York. They went to some resort in New York. They're all skiers, cross country, things like that, you know. And they thought he was bringing Shelby, so they were really disappointed. They're like, "Where's Shelby?" And he's like, Shelby has school. I wasn't bringing Shelby. You thought I was bringing Shelby." They all want to meet her. And so it was really kind of funny. He's like, "I'm in trouble because I didn't bring you." So it was kind of cute. So yeah, I'm loving these cut aparts, and what I want to do with them, I kind of have to move that grid over a little bit, but that's okay. It works out fine. I love that coffee cup, but I'm using it because it was like more hot chocolate. And she does drink coffee, but I think she said she had hot chocolate that day. This page really was a lot of fun. I've been scrapbooking the two of them a lot lately. And, you know, who knows if they stay together or don't, you know. You have to document the boyfriends too. It gives them something to look back on. And he's 21. He's my oldest daughter's age, so he's 2 years older than Shelby. And she's 19. And they just get along great. They go to the gym together. Like I said, he works 12-hour shifts, but he works nights. So it's kind of, there's only certain days he's off that they can get together and do things. But he's really good to her, pays for everything, which bothers her. She wants to help out, you know. Her boyfriends of the past, she's always paid. And I'm like, girl, get over that. Stop it, you know. But he doesn't like her to, but sometimes she insists. So like when they go bowling or something, like she'll want to buy the pizza or the snacks or something. And he lets her do that just because he knows she wants to help out. But anyway, bowling. Oh my gosh. So when Rachel, my oldest daughter, and her boyfriend came down during their winter break, Shelby and Nick and Carl and Rachel went out on this double date, and Nick's kind of shy, this young man right here, and Carl kind of is, but not really. He's a little more outgoing. And so it was no time before they all made Nick comfortable, and so they decided to go bowling. And I'm like, you guys should come up with like team names or something, because they were getting real competitive, talking smack ahead of time. It was hilarious to hear. And so I said, you guys should combine your names and make a team name. And they thought that was hilarious. So they needed some help. So I actually came up with a name. So Rachel and Carl's last name is DeRollo. So it's Team Vorolo, Vo for Voke and Rollo for his last name. So Team Vorolo. And then these guys are Team Shalato, because Nick's last name is Amato. So yes, two Italian boys. I love it. Anyway, so Shell being for Shelby. So these two are Team Shalato. So everything on Instagram, they hashtag Team Shalato, and it's hilarious. They went to the base gym and they played basketball, and Shelby came home really irritated because her ballerina sister did way better than she did, and she did not see that coming at all. She goes, "Are you serious? Seriously? I'm the more athletic one, and she does better at basketball?" And it was kind of funny, and she was showing me how Rachel was shooting the ball. Rachel's back leg would go up and all pointed, and she said her fingers are so pretty by the time the ball tipped off her fingertips. I'm like, Shelby, she's about everything she does is just, but Rachel didn't realize she was doing that until Shelby was showing me at home, and then everybody just started laughing. It was hilarious. Here I'm deciding to use some of my distress inks to color up some of these wood veneers, because they're getting a little lost on this beige snowflake background. So that hay up in the top left corner I did with the denim blue, and then I think I did the blue on the gloves, or the green. I think I was showing you I did green on the gloves. That part there I cut apart because it says the place, or it said the place. So I cut it off, separated it, and I used that flare that says number 1. So it reads the number 1 place. Oh, I thought that was pretty brilliant. I'm I'm so glad. This page was so much fun for me to make. And Nick comes over on Sundays and, you know, I feed him and send food home with him and everything. He loves it. But every week there for a while, there was a new page of he and Shelby, and he just thought it was the coolest thing. He didn't really know about scrapbooking. And so, you know, he'll be like, did your mom make any more pages? Did your mom make any more pages? You know, so what I might do, because I do have them in my photo album, but I think I might get a couple 12 by 12 frames and maybe frame this one up because he loves snowboarding so much, and maybe give that to him for his room or something, and do a couple for Shelby to keep in her room framed up. I think it's kind of neat. So I'm working on the title now. I love these wood veneers. So I used the heart with the gloves because they're girlfriend, boyfriend, and it was cold outside. And I'm using these tall. Now, they're on here, it looks like these tall thickers are getting a little lost. And up close, you can see them just fine. And I don't show this on video, but I did use my thin black marker and I did go around them, outline around them. So now I'm just finishing up Bear Creek Mountain Resort. That's what it reads, because I wanted to remember where they were. And I don't know if I do a lot of journaling. I think I put the date. I may say that it was Shelby's first time snowboarding. And I'm going to show you some close-ups here. I think it turned out really nice. I like it. The #1 place. The view's amazing from the top. And notice I put expert next to his, that little snippet. I'm pointing to it right now. And then on hers, I put, there was another one. See, you can see I outlined those letters. Ski lodge, hot drinks, snowboarding. Oh, I did do some journaling. Life is better on the slopes. And then next to hers, his had expert, hers says bunny slope. And it was the bunny slope. So it's kind of funny. You see these little cutouts when you're buying the paper and you're thinking certain ones you're not going to use. And those were the ones I ended up using first. And I said, I will never, or this says, I will never outgrow the excitement of looking out my window and seeing falling snow. He had mentioned something like that. He feels like a kid on Christmas every time it starts snowing. He just wants to go snowboarding. So he really enjoyed this page. So I think I might give this one to him. But thanks for joining me. Please give it a thumbs up and let YouTube know. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.